Hello, 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 and welcome to Digi Days. My name is Maya, and this is the Artist Discovery Podcast. I'm here with...
Breon S.Y.N.D.E.L, what's going on?
Yep, and I'm just going to go through some questions about your past, kind of what you're doing right now, and then hopefully talk about the future. So can you tell me a little bit of background about yourself and how you got into music and all that?
How I got into music from making it or listening to it?
Oh, well, tell me all the backstory, but making music, mainly making music.
Making music. Okay, so I started making music in 2019. I unfortunately got into a car accident on my way home from the movie theater.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
You know, the car was totaled, but I was fine.
Okay, I'm glad you made it out okay.
Thank you. It's actually part of the reason why I do music is because it took away a lot of my fear. I was always nervous to probably go on stage, write songs and things like that. But what ended up happening is once I saw my car was totaled, I walked out. I was like, I shouldn't be afraid of anything. So that just made me put my pedal to the metal in a more safe way and just start writing songs and everything.
Oh, I'm so glad you made it out of there and kind of learn from that situation that, you know, life is short and you really want to take advantage of every second that you have on here. So doing
100%.
what you're passionate about that's an amazing thing. So speaking of music, TDIM. So that's that song right there you have with Cody Shane. So can you tell me how that collaboration kind of came about? Like what happened with that? How did that happen?
Yes, shout out to Cody Shane, forever in my heart. No, but she's a beautiful soul. Actually, it was just a cold DM. I was making a record. I really thought she would fit the vibe, and I've always been a really big fan of her. Literally, I saw the email in her bio, emailed it. She got right back to me. Bro, she FaceTimed me. It was done. It was crazy. It was a super vibe, and I'm happy you like that record. It's my favorite one that we have.
That's an amazing story. So it's like to all the artists listening, like just shoot your shot. Just slide in the DMs to see where it can take you. You can get a ghosting or you can come up with something great. And so that's really great that happened to you.
Bro, you miss every single shot you don't take.
Yes,
and
100%.
100%. And worst case scenario, you get no. Try something else. But do it, because you're always going to think about it if you don't do it. So please do it.
Oh, that's dope. So, Double or Nothing, that whole album. Can you tell me the themes that are in that album, where that single is there? And can you just tell me your thought process with that single and then the whole album, the whole project?
That was one of those songs that after I heard the beat, the song wrote itself. I feel like a lot of these times, especially for me, I don't really talk too much. So I have a lot of my thoughts just build up. And sometimes, depending on the vibe of a record, if I put on an instrumental, I kind of live in it for about a day or so. I walk around my house, I do things. With that record, as soon as we put it on in the studio, it just felt like all the thoughts and all the words left my body. And the crazy thing about that record is that we recorded some of it actually in, what was it called? It was a home studio, I believe, right? That was a home studio record.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm like, it's doing numbers, so I'm like, that. Congrats on that. It is.
I appreciate
it's amazing.
It. Shout out to my engineer, DB, please.
Shout out. Shameless plug. Shout out.
Shameless.
So, yeah. So, would you say your thought kind of creative process is more like you hear an instrumental and you just, the words write themselves?
I think it depends. I think different songs have different stories. I do think every song is alive in its own way. So, sometimes I'm more words forward and I have something I really want to get off my chest and I'll find a beat. Otherwise, if I hear the song first and I hear the music, it will just tell me what to do. But I've been inspired by having conversations with people. Or I hear if someone's fighting with like their boyfriend and they say a funny line, let's go into my song.
Not you eavesdropping on a conversation.
A little bit. I mean, I'm in New York City. If I take the train sometimes, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. So.
Okay, sure. So, follow up to that. What would you say? You've been an artist for a while. What would you say has been something that you had to overcome, like a really major challenge that you had to overcome?
Fear of making the first move. I've learned like a lot of people like to be talked to, but no one likes to initiate, whether it be for a business deal, whether it be for a friendship, whether it be for anything. No one likes making the first move because everyone's scared to get rejected. But like how I shot out that DM, just make that first move. Because I think once you go through that invisible barrier of fear, everything you want is on the opposite side of that. So just do it. Go through that invisible wall.
Wow. With your music, what do you want your audience to take away from it?
That you are not alone. I feel like one of our superpowers as human beings is that we have our ability to feel emotion, and we should feel emotion through and through. And I felt every emotion under the sun. And as I get older, I'm feeling more and more complex emotions I have no idea how to talk about. But I want people to know that you're not alone in feeling how you feel, even if you can't articulate it. I probably felt it. Your best friend probably felt it. Your worst enemy probably felt it. We're all a lot more similar than we like to believe. And I think that in my music, I want to let you know that it's okay and you're not alone, no matter what you're going through.
Wow. So let's talk about Digilogue. So you've been a part of the community for a very long time. I've seen you out and stuff like that at the events and whatnot. So what keeps you coming back to the events and coming to the conference and showing your face every time?
The people in the community. I feel like, you can't walk 2 feet without someone saying, oh, I know Drew too. And I feel like as long as we have this love, we have this community and people that genuinely like to see each other prosper, I feel like I've met so many dope artists here, some dope photographers, some dope people in general.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that, I don't want to say the word addicting, but you got to be here. It's a vibe. And it's something where it's like, this didn't exist a couple years ago. So someone being from Brooklyn, seeing this happen and showing love to Brooklyn, I can't say enough about Digilogue. I love it.
Same. I've been a part of the organization for a while, and it's amazing what Drew have done. So that's a great thing. Can you plug? Where can everybody find you on social media, everything?
Yeah, so all my socials are going to be S.Y.N.D.E.L, but it is an acronym, so put the period in between. So S.Y.N.D.E.L. And on YouTube, Breon S.Y.N.D.E.L, Breon S.Y.N.D.E.L.L.
Thank you.
Thank you.